4 suspected members of the hacker group Scattered Spider have been arrested. Reports indicate a massive uptick in AI-generated CSAM. And Bluesky is adding age verification features for users in the UK. It's Friday, July 11th, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. The National Crime Agency in London has arrested 2 19-year-old men, a 17-year-old boy, and a 20-year-old woman on suspicion of blackmail, money laundering, organized crime, and contravening the Computer Misuse Act. These arrests are part of an investigation into a series of cyber attacks on 3 large UK retailers: Marks & Spencer, Harrods, and Co-op. UK investigators believe the suspects are connected with a loose-knit English-speaking hacker group called Scattered Spider, which has been blamed for a series of high-profile incidents. For Co-op, this was the second such incident this year after a hacking group called Dragon Force gained access to the retailer's membership data. Scattered Spider was implicated back in 2023 when U.S.-based casino chain Caesars Entertainment reportedly paid tens of millions of dollars to the group in order to keep its customers' data from being exposed. Marks & Spencer was attacked in April and forced to shut down its online store for over a month. Co-op fell victim the same month in an attack that led to a partial shutdown of its IT system. Harrods disclosed on May 1st that it had staved off an attempted attack by restricting internet access across its websites. The 4 suspects remain in custody for questioning. AI-generated child sexual abuse material, or CSAM, has been flooding the internet. That's according to a report by the New York Times. Researchers at organizations like the Internet Watch Foundation and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children are warning that this new AI-created CSAM is nearly indistinguishable from the real thing. The Internet Watch Foundation, a nonprofit that investigates and collects reports of CSAM, has identified nearly 1,300 AI-generated videos so far this year. Now, that's compared with just 2 videos identified in the first half of last year, an exponential increase. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reaffirms those statistics. It received 485,000 reports of AI-generated CSAM, including still images and videos in the first half of this year. That is compared to 67,000 for all of last year, another massive uptick. The technology is constantly improving, so the videos and images have become more realistic. The Internet Watch Foundation found an internet forum in which users were praising how realistic the new videos were. Reporting suggests that this content is distributed through the dark web, making it harder for law enforcement agencies to identify the offenders. AI image generators are trained using real images and videos. The New York Times says that much of this new glut of AI-generated content includes real CSAM that has been repurposed by the algorithm. Now, some of the material even uses real photos of children scraped from school websites and social media. The issue dates back to the early days of this tech. In 2023, researchers at the Stanford Internet Observatory found hundreds of examples of CSAM in a dataset used in an early version of the image generator Stable Diffusion. Stability AI says it has introduced safeguards to improve safety standards and is deeply committed to preventing the misuse of their technology, particularly in the creation and dissemination of harmful content, including CSAM. Now, that did lead other companies to start reporting AI-generated CSAM to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Amazon reported a whopping 380,000 instances of AI-generated CSAM in the first half of this year, all of which it took down. OpenAI reported 75,000 cases, but courts have been slow to catch up with this tech. The Department of Justice made its first known arrest last year of a man suspected of possessing and distributing AI-generated CSAM. A UK man recently got 18 months in jail for using AI to generate the foul images, which he sold. It is worth noting that despite this alarming uptick in occurrences, AI-generated content still represents a mere fraction of all CSAM identified by authorities and watchdog organizations. For instance, the Internet Watch Foundation confirmed more than 291,000 reports of CSAM last year, and as previously noted, just 2 instances of those were AI-generated. Bluesky users in the UK will soon need to verify their age if they want continued access to direct messages and all of the service's content. The company will begin rolling out age verification features later this month in order to comply with a UK law that does require platforms that offer adult content to confirm users' ages. The company says it will use Epic Games' kids' web services to conduct age verification checks, and that people will be able to choose between several different methods, including face scans, ID scans, or using a credit card. Bluesky users in the UK who do not verify their age will no longer be able to access direct messaging or see adult content shared in the app. Bluesky noted that it is making the change in order to comply with the terms of the UK's Online Safety Act, which requires websites and apps that permit adult content to verify the ages of their users. The law, originally passed in 2023, is set to take effect July 25th. While the update will only affect Bluesky users in the UK, officials in the U.S. have been pursuing similar measures for years. The U.S. Supreme Court recently upheld a Texas law requiring porn sites to conduct age verification checks on users. Digital rights and privacy advocates in the U.S. and the U.K. have long criticized these measures, saying that they erode privacy and create more opportunities for children and adults' data to be misused. Thanks for listening. There is more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Andre Revilla, Lawrence Bonk, and Carissa Bell, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer by me, Steve White. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back on Monday with more tech news from Engadget.